What's going on, guys? This is the weekly bargain bin where I get to find some great deals for you guys using market movers. If you are watching this later in the day or tomorrow, I'm going to go through the players that have dropped the most over the last week and 2 weeks in the three major sports. I'm going to show you what's been dropping for 2 weeks in a row to see if that's a good time to buy those players before they go back up in price. And then after that, all you guys that are hopping on, Costa Rica card collector, David Hunter, you're always there. Whatever you guys want me to look up in a bit, I can do that for you as well. So let me share the screen right now. And let me show you guys what exactly has been going on. I'm going to make this real big right here. And let's go over to basketball. And if you take a look here, basketball, this is the last 7 days. Also, I'm not an affiliate for market movers. I like using the tool because it breaks down the data in a way I can comprehend and I can share with you. On the top right, you see here, I got all the major grades. I just don't have raw cards. I don't want to include raw cards because they gum up the works. But let's see. This is what's interesting. If you take a look at what's been dropping the last 7 days, there is a lot. So you see here, all the way, this whole first page has been dropping more than it's been going up. Even at the bottom here, Kevin Porter Jr., minus 0.2%. It's really low. But if you've been having this tool and been watching what's been going on, it's very rare to see cards going down this much. If I go over to the last 14 days, now you see, okay, some bigger drops over the last 2 weeks, and you go down, and it's still a whole page of drops. So in my mind, this is a good time to look at basketball cards for next year because we're seeing some good discounts. Now, if you got my email newsletter, you got to see some of the names that are repeated twice. And I want to go over some of those because this is where I feel like there's going to be some good deals. First, let me make sure I'm sharing the screen okay. I'm going to add myself. What's up, Fudgical? What's up, Wandering Asian? You're always here as well. And it's about to pour outside here in Tampa. So I'm glad I can join you on here. But going over the cards. So last 14 days, we got Anthony Davis, big drop. Pascal Siakam, who I think would be a great target in the next couple weeks because he's been dropping already. And now that the Raptors are gone, they're out, that'll be a good target. But the one guy I really want to point out on basketball is take a look here. Look who's been dropping. What big name do you see? I see two big names, one retired, one not. And this is Giannis. Giannis has gone down 27.4% in the last 2 weeks. But then if you take a look at the last 7 days, this is what's interesting. He's not in the bottom 9. Now, where's Giannis? Giannis is down just 9%. So he dropped a lot before. Now he dropped only 9% more. So that tells me the pace at which he's dropping is getting slower and slower. And a lot of people are like, okay, good. This is the time. This is the time to get in. That's why someone like Giannis is very interesting to me. And I'm going to show you one of his cards. Let me see here. His PSA, his Prizm rookie PSA 10. And I might have to share this a bit separately. So hold on a second. Stop share. Okay. Share screen. And then. Okay. So take a look at this. This is his Prizm PSA 10. And from January, February, March, April, May, June, $535 this card sold for back in June. And now look at it. $384. So this is a card that I look at, and you see this spike right here to up to $1,200. And even if that was like a fluke, if that wasn't a legitimate sale for whatever reason, there's still some big price jumps up to $700, $725, so $800. And so now at $384, I think this is a great card to at least consider if you're a Giannis fan. What's up? I'm going to say hi to you guys right now. Dude, here's the thing. Whatever, like the way I see it in basketball is this. Nothing against Milwaukee as a city, but growing up in Tampa, I knew that people didn't want to go to Orlando. People weren't like, yes, I can't wait to go to Orlando. If they wanted to move down to Florida, it would be Miami, or if it was Tampa or Orlando, it's for tax reasons. It's not because they're going to have this huge brand. I remember when Shaq left in the 90s, one of his big things was, I have more of a movie career in LA. And I totally get that. I mean, I moved to LA because there was more things going on as well. So Giannis is one guy I really wanted to put up. Let me go over the others, then I'll check out Tatum and the other guys. But let's see here. So let me get out of this, but this is the Giannis card, and I think I have a something here if you want to check out that card specifically. Let me see here. I'm going to share something with you in the chat right now, and this is a very long link. If that works. Oh, shit. Well, there it is twice. This is my Good Karma comeback link, where if you shop on eBay in the next 24 hours, you buy anything. I am an affiliate, and so I do get like 1 to 4% back, but it allows me to do this with you for an hour or 2 hours or however long we want to do it. Now, let me move on to the next guy. Let me move on to the other guy that I noticed here, and he's not an active player. Let me share the screen. He's not an active player, but it's actually Shaquille O'Neal, and the reason why is because if you take a look at the last 14 days, you see Shaq dropped about 27% over the last 2 weeks, but then in the last 7 days, Shaq, where are you at, Shaq? 15%. So he dropped 30%, and now he's dropping 15. So that's telling me there's a good chance that he's going to be on the rise in the next week or two. So if Shaq interests you, then this is a good time to at least explore it. So if I take a look at the cards that have dropped the most, his Topps BGS 9.5 rookie card, his PSA 9 rookie card, and if I chart this card, let me chart it real quick. What's up, Brian? Okay, I'm going to hide this for a second. Let me chart this card. Stop share. And take a look at this right here. Share screen. Okay, so you see that is Shaq's rookie card right there. And just back in January, February, March, April, May, June, I got to remember what 6 is. June, it's $130 for his BGS 9.5 Topps rookie card. Went up, down, all that. And then now the last one, 178. So 130 a couple months ago, 178. But overall, I don't know if that's going to go down even further. So that's just someone that I've noticed has been dropping. And yet Shaq is one of those blue chips. He's a great personality. He's always going to be relevant. So anyway, let me go to the next person I want to show you real quick, which is, okay, Shaq. OG, man, dude, I said this guy's name for the first time. He's been dropping. Obviously, he's tied to the Raptors as well. I'm just going to call him Obi-Wan Kenobi because that's what his name reminds me of. But Obi-Wan Kenobi down 20% in the last 14 or last 7, and then the last 14 down 28%. Now that the Raptors are out, though, it's like Pascal Siakam, OG. I could see them going down for another couple weeks. Giannis was the big one that I saw on basketball. Let me move on to, and then Anthony Davis is kind of weird. He's been dropping a lot, even though the Lakers look like they're going to advance. But moving on to football. Let me do football next because it's interesting when you can go sport by sport because you really get to see how things are playing out throughout the year. And you get to see that, okay, football, for example, when I show you the numbers here, over the last week or two, barely anything is dropping. Like the last week, stuff's dropping, but the last 30 days, like nothing. So let me do the biggest. Okay. So this is it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players total that have dropped in the last month. Now, if we go the last 14 days, Odell Beckham, Drew Brees, a couple, but the percentages are nothing. Look, 7%, 12, 15. The biggest is Odell Beckham, 14 days. And then the last 7, Cam Newton, maybe he was just a bit overhyped. But all these guys have seen ridiculous surges. And look down here in the last 7 days, Kyler Murray with 3.2% down is on the list as a biggest drop. So to me, nothing is good enough to even invest. Garoppolo is the one guy that if I look at the last 7 days and the last 14 actually has a card that could be worth looking into. And I'm going to pull this up right now because this card's actually pretty damn cheap compared to a lot of the others. All right, stop screen. share screen. I'm getting good at this. Chrome tab. Okay, check this out. Look at that. This is Jimmy Garoppolo's PSA 10 Topps Chrome rookie card. And so you see here, the price started at $81 back in June, and the last one sold for $80. So I mean, like, again, I don't know if this sale at $300 was legit, but at least a lot of these other ones were. And I know market movers, they try and eliminate all the stuff that's not legit, but up to $300, $266, and the last one is $80. So to me, that tells me if you're going to invest in a quarterback that's underpriced and you like Jimmy Garoppolo, he could be a really good dude at this point. And I think I have the exact link of that card. I'll put in here. Let's see here. Copy link address. So if that Jimmy Garoppolo card interests you, shit, actually, I don't think that's going to work. So Kobe Topps, let's see. Yeah, Shaq is my man too. Win the fake championship. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I here's the thing. I don't know, because it doesn't make sense when Anthony Davis's cards are dropping from a logical standpoint, except for the fact that he was such an obvious choice for so long that maybe that was just overinflated because it was just too many flippers getting in. And then now people are like, well, I like Anthony Davis, but not at the prices that they were at. I mean, look, I haven't been watching every Lakers game, but I know he's putting up numbers, and there were some earlier games that he was struggling, and then lately it was a lot better. Crapolo. Hey, well, dude, if he won't play this Sunday due to smoke, then that's an even better idea to get in him. Not get in him, that sounds gross. To get in on him now before he plays his first game, or when if it's not this week, if it's next week. I don't know the whole deal with the 49ers and all the smoke, but regardless, dude, $80. If you can get a quarterback the week that football is starting, it's at the same price as 3 months ago in this market, I think that's phenomenal. All right, so let me do, yeah, and I think 80 is just correcting from being such an obvious choice. Let me look at baseball, and then I'm going to go back and then look at some of the guys that you have interest in. So if I share the screen again, and go up to baseball, and it's cool because I get to see, all right, football, there's not enough deals for me to really get in at this point. I feel like I need some big movement. I need some injuries. I need some underperformances. I need some big things to happen the way that we're seeing basketball cool off. So my strategy now is I'm looking a lot more at basketball. I'm like really going in for next season. And when players get injured in football, that's when I'll start buying for the second half of the NFL season. But I'm always trying to be at least 3 months out minimum, but a lot of times 6 months out. So in the last 7 days on baseball, Manny Machado, Kyle Tucker, Joey Bartz, and you can take a look down here. Nothing too much. Look, 9%, 10%, nothing that really sticks out. But I will say Joey Bart minus 18% was the one guy that if I go to the last 14 days, Joey Bart was right there as well. So when I see that consistent drop, again, that's where I start to look further and say, you know what, is this a good investment? And I don't know anything about this player. So if you know him and you can look at his cards, let me see here. I'm going to share. Let me see if this works. If I share the entire screen. All right. So, oh, that looks crazy. So if you see that right there, this is Joey Bart. $13 for his BGS 9.5. And then it dropped a ton there. It looks like it's rebounding a bit at 27. So if you like him, if you know anything about him, that's one card. But again, nothing too big right there. And then one guy I will say is Bryce Harper, because Bryce Harper, look, minus 19% in the last 14 days. And then in the last 7, he is starting to rebound in a way because he's not in the bottom 9. If you go down to Bryce Harper, okay, minus 9%. So what was it before? Minus 18? Minus 19%. Now he's down to 9%. So again, Bryce Harper is a guy that if you like him and you feel like he could be a good investment, you see that one of his cards went down 21%, and then one card went up a bit, and the rest, there were no transactions or nothing. But that could be a guy to target, and I'll show you the chart on this card to see if the movement favors buying or not. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, that looks crazy. So I think you can see this. If not, I'll hear about it in the comment section. But this is Bryce Harper's 2012 Topps Update PSA 10 pop reports of 2,100. And you see here, I mean, back in June, $110, 120, went up to 130, and then it just went on a tear. And now it's trickling down at 147. And I don't follow baseball. He must be doing poorly or something. But regardless, his card hit $290, $277, $250, and now the last sale was $147. So again, Bryce Harper 2012 update PSA 10. It looks like a good time to get in based on the chart, but you got to do your own work on the player and what you feel he's going to do. All right, so let me head on back over here to you, and let's see what guys that you'd like for me to check out. AJ Brown. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so let me look up AJ Brown. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully this works on my very slow dial-up internet. And football's just been going up overall, so I'm sure it's been ridiculous. Okay. Oh. Come on. So there's two AJs, and both of them with last names that are colors. Is that not weird? I don't know why that won't pop up, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why, because sometimes I look up and there's just nothing there, and it doesn't really make sense. I want to try and take off all these grades and see if that makes it pop up. Either that or I just have to... Oh, okay, so there's AJ Brown. Okay, so there's only raw cards in the system, that's why. And if I take a look here, oh shit, I hope I'm, yeah, okay, I wasn't sure if I'm sharing still. Okay, so AJ Brown, just a steady incline. It went pretty high, cooled off, but overall very steady. Last sale of his silver Prizm Raw was $50, a high of 105. So I mean, like that got too hot. But I mean, just a couple months ago, we're talking $26, 40. But you know, for $50 right now, if you believe in him, based on where it was a week and a half ago, that might be a good buy right there. And let's see, Optic Hollow. Okay. And so this one's been more on a tear. Like it looks like it's a bit sharper of an incline versus the Prizm. So for the Hollow, Optic Hollow at 33 versus the Prizm Silver at 50, I'd probably go with the Prizm Silver at that price. Especially this last one was almost the same price, $45 as the last sale of the silver. But that's what you get to see from AJ. Wait, hold on. AJ Brown or AJ Green? Did I look up the wrong AJ? No, okay, good. It's the right one. I was like freaking out for a second there. All right, who else would you guys want me to check out? Trent Grisham. All right, let's take a look at Trent Grisham. I don't even know who that is, but I'm guessing baseball. I don't even see a Trent Grisham in here, so hold on. Yeah, there's no Trent Grisham in here, so I don't know exactly what sport. If you give me a bit more detail, maybe I could look him up somewhere else. Baseball is like the tortoise. DK Metcalf. Yeah, Drew Brees I saw was dropping a bit too. But I mean, look, it's all relative. It's dropping compared to it going up and up and up and up. So it's more just like temporarily cooling off a little bit. And I want to look up, yeah, let me put in all the PSAs except for Raw. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so DK Metcalf right here. I guess I'm not sharing. DK Metcalf over the last 7 days, very little. Over the last 14 days, very little. Over the last 30 days, a lot. Over the last 60 days, a ton. Okay, so let's take a look just recently at his Prizm PSA 10. And I mean, like everything should be going up and then just staying still for the most part. Yeah, I mean, like that's as steady of a curve. So to me, that doesn't strike me as a good deal unless you believe this guy's going to be a monster this year and not get injured and not disappoint and none of that. But it's not on sale. It's more like, okay, it's in line with football coming up. You see a bit higher, a bit lower, a bit higher, a bit lower. But man, that is a very steady chart right there. And then looking at his silver. Yeah, same thing. I mean, just really took off. Wow, $725 a week ago. And in just 2 months ago, $180. That's crazy. See, that's a bit scary to me, though. I mean, that's like he's not a quarterback. He's a young guy. It's not like he's been around for a long time. And for $725, that's a bit scary of a price. Okay. Oh, shit. I should have hid your comments. So hopefully you guys saw that okay. What's up, Global Sports Card Investor? BC. Dude, Zion's been interesting, man. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up Drew Brees real quick, and then I'll go to Zion just because Drew Brees is interesting with the big game coming up this Sunday against my Bucks. But Zion's the interesting one because of the disappointment and the hype. Like, that's a good player that I like to target just because all those high prices have just gotten eliminated from him not performing to the level at which his prices were at. And now, of course, he's signing a big, I think, shoe deal with, I don't know if it's Nike, Air Jordan, but he has a big shoe deal there. There's obviously going to be hype around him next year. Okay, why would this? Okay, so Drew Brees. Okay, got it. So nothing in the last 7 days for Drew Brees in anything. Maybe a raw card, but nothing here. And then last 14 days. So this is interesting. Look at this. His PSA 10 tops went down a good amount after I'm sure it's spiked like crazy. Oh, not sharing. Hold on. Okay, so that's interesting. So obviously the card was really low, $930, 800, low for a while, and then really took off. And then the last sale was at 1,200, which is about the price of what it was 2 months ago. But see, that could be interesting right there because how much lower can a Drew Brees rookie card with a pop report of 390 go? Because even June and July, this is a whole different hobby. We didn't have the same amount of money. We didn't have the same amount of interest then. So to get his PSA 10, it could go down more, but at the same time, even if he has a bad year, I think as a long-term hold, a 2001 pop report of only 390 of a all-time great quarterback that's not bad. Like, I think it'll eventually hit 2,000, 3,000, no matter what he does this year. But there could be room for it to go down a bit more, but I just don't know if there is with the hobby the way it is right now. All right, so that's the big one right there. Let me look up Zion. Yeah, I was buying a lot of Zion the last couple weeks just because I saw how much those prices really softened. Come on. Yeah, sometimes this software just doesn't keep up. Because it's all online. It's not a software that you download. It's all internet based, but sometimes I'm like, man, can it just process a bit quicker? Come on. Like, do you see if it's just freezing right now? There's nothing I can do. All right. There we go. So Zion in the last 14 days. Oh, shit. I'll take AJ Green off here. Last 7 days. Come on. 7.5 minus. But that's a whole array of cards. So you see his draft picks minus 35% and more down. But then you'll see here nothing. And then a lot of them will have gone up as well. A couple of them 10%, 13, 20. Then this one right here, 66%. It's only 2 sales, but okay, 59, 50. But if I take a look at Zion over the last 14 days, okay, minus 7, last 30 days, minus 13, last 60 days, minus 21. Yeah, so it's looking like overall in the last 90 days, his cards have been overall flat because the hype and then the disappointment has balanced out. But in terms of what you could look for right now, let's see if there's something. Let's see what this one is like, if there's a good trajectory on a Zion card. Ugh, man, that's just all over the place. So like that's too, I mean, for me, that's like $64 for his draft picks, Prizm draft picks, silver, PSA 9, $64. Maybe that's fine. I mean, $64 isn't a fortune, but that's just a weird chart. It's just up, down. There's no real direction it's going. All right. Yeah, the tool doesn't have everyone's cards, dude. I gotta stop sharing it like this. Yeah, the tool is getting better. I will say this. For market movers, I didn't get it for the longest time because I wasn't sure how many cards it had. And at the time I was looking, it had maybe 2,000 cards. Last time I checked, it's about 10,000. So they're adding more and more, and they kind of need to add more and more just because the hobby's growing. And for $50 a month, that's a lot of money in this hobby. So you got to really add more and more. Okay, so let's see here. If you want me, like I see a lot of comments here. I'd love to get to all you guys. Next Gen Breaks, Carl Neggers, the list of Justin. What's up, guys? Okay, there is a feature called Super Chat where you can like throw up a couple bucks. And if you do that, I will prioritize the player. If not, I'm just going to go with what I see. So it's all up to you. There's no pressure. But this obviously takes some time. So I said I'd look up John Morant. I'm going to do John Morant, and then I'm going to do, yeah, damn. And yeah, Carl, Kale Makar, I don't know if it's Maker or Makar. He was the only hockey player I saw that has been going down. But let me look up John Morant because I said I would do it. And then if you guys do the super chat, just throw up like $3 or $4 and I'll prioritize. If not, I'm going in order. Either way is good with me. Just wanted to give you that skip the line type of option at Disney World. So let's see here. All right, back to the crazy screen. And I mean, look, you can go on and on looking at this stuff for so long, But the reason I do the players that have dropped the most is because I like to see what's on sale and see if there's a player I like and I'm following and I believe in that happens to be in that soft spot rather than just at a normal price and steadily going up. So all right, -10, -5. A lot of basketball is falling, which is great. And obviously, Morant had a great year. His last 90, I'm sure, is up. Yeah, up a decent amount. But let's see here what cards have dropped the most. Hyper Pink. Okay, let's look up his Prizm BGS 9.5 because I think that'll be a pretty common card. Come on, baby. Okay. So what do you guys think of that chart? We had a huge spike here, $2,300. I can't verify that it was a legit sale. Again, they try and exclude. If you take a look at the bottom left here, they exclude. I can do exclude Probstein, exclude PWCC auctions, and then it removes those transactions. Also on the left here, I can exclude less than 10 feedback. Okay, but the chart's the same. So this looks like it's as legit as it can be. The last sale, 1,300. The sale before 2,000. That's a bit weird. I would want to look into those transactions because that's such a big difference. But that could be good for Morant if you're believing in him for next year. That could be one of the lower prices that you're going to see. Because again, I feel like in once the playoffs are over, I feel like all eyes are going to be on next year. It's like you win the championship, and from a card investor's standpoint, next year. If it's not the next sport, like, all right, let me use this money and effort towards football or baseball. It's next season. Who's going to do good? And that's where all the Steph Currys, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, all those guys have been getting that attention already. But that's where I feel like Zion and Morant and Trae Young and all those guys, the prices should go up. So that is Morant. Yeah, man, I love hockey. I love my hockey, but it's not nearly as big, and it won't be as big. So let's see. I'll look at Blue Brock. I'm not sure exactly what sport that is. I'm guessing baseball, but let me take a look. Yeah, maybe I can get someone else that is good on market movers and has a different screen to look up other players. So I can have two people going at the same time. And it could be like a cool hour and a half where we go through 30 or 40 players. Let's see, Lou Brock. Come on. All right, you must have a raw card. Where are you at? I don't see anything. That's the thing that's a bit weird. I see his name. I just don't see any cards for him at all, like nothing. And that doesn't make sense because why would his name be in here if there's no cards tied to it? Unless, I mean, look, yeah, raw and all the grades. So honestly, I'm going to have to skip this one because I have no idea why that's not working. Oh, shit. Wrong one. All right. What's up, Bush Leaguer? What's up, Nicholas? Trae Turner. All right. Let me see who Trae Turner is. Come on. You see how it like freezes like this? I don't know if that's my computer, my slow-ass computer, or what. Put on high performance now. And it did nothing. Trae Turner. Did I not spell it right? Trae Turner. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who Trae Turner is. TRAE. He might not be in here. Yeah, it looks like there's no Trae Turner. I need some bigger names, to be honest. Shit, man, I suck at this whole share screen thing. What's up, David? Oh, cool, man. Right on, dude. Yeah, Star Stock. I will say this. COMC, even though I love COMC in a lot of ways, the way it's designed, it is so backlogged that my first shipment over there that had the 3-week guarantee, I'm closing in on 3 months for my 3-week submission to be turned in. So I sent in about 30 cards to Star Stock because they only focus on rookie cards, and I only had about 30 rookie cards. Sent that in, and it's already being processed. So yeah. Okay. So hold on a second. If Trae Turner was a prospect, not all prospects are going to be in there because people have to request the card, and then when they request it, then it's at least 14 days for them to put it in the system. All right, let's take a look here. Kobe Bryant Ultra Fleer. I'm just going to look up all of Kobe, see what we got there, because Kobe's one of my guys as well. All right, crazy screen. All right, obviously in the last 90 days, he's gone up a lot. Last 7, about nothing. Last 14, down 10. Last 30, down 28. So let's take a look. Well, this metal basketball down 54%. I'm curious about this off the bat to see if this has a good chart. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on a second. We got to take a look here. I don't know if that's a legit sale. That is something where that's too steep of a drop. $330 for his metal PSA 9, which is in line with these others. And then we got 189 and 150. So, I mean, that's awesome. If you can get that at 150, 170, 200 even, I think that's great compared to back here, $200, roughly $200, because I don't see it going down from there. It's only 720 of them of Kobe Bryant. So that's interesting right there. That's his medal. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. Yep. Good. And let's take a look. His Ultra. Yeah, he has so many cards in here. I think that's what's cool about this tool is that even if you just want to focus on someone like LeBron James or Mike Trout, you could really find certain cards of one specific player. Here's his Fleer. Fleer and 9. You can just focus in on one player and go through 200 cards to see where there's room. Like right here, all right, this is his Fleer PSA 9, 829 of them, $160. Like, to me, that's not bad. That's like really based on how much everything's going up. If I'm able to get a PSA 9 Fleer for 160, maybe put in an offer at 140, 150, considering it was at 260 2 weeks ago and it hit a high of 400 and hit another peak of 280. Yeah, I think that's great right there. Let's see which other ones. Fleer, Tops. I'm going to look up that Ultra for you. Uh-oh, looks like it's going up. And, you know, once things are going down like that metal rookie card, when I see it that low, other investors using this see it go down a lot too. And then they get in and they'll put in a bit higher of an offer or whatever makes sense to them. And then obviously the charts shift. It shows that they've gone up in price. So that's why I like to look at what's down, because that's just my natural way of thinking of what's at its bottom. All right, shit, that's a lot of cards. Ultra. Well, that's raw, but let's take a look at raw just to get a sense for what it's looking like. Okay, pretty steady. Nothing amazing here. And of course, with raw, it's just one ding corner, one bad picture. It's just too hard to comprehend and make a lot of sense of. But you just see overall steady increase right there. Let's see what else you guys want. Buy soft Zion until becomes hard. You know, Zion is just an interesting dude. I gotta go back here. Yeah, Zion's just an interesting dude. He like has the weirdest body type. It's like a bully. He reminds me of like the body size of like a bully in middle school. Oh, the thing is, I'm not buying Zion exactly for his skill, but it's more about the hype around his skill. It's more about I'm expecting, and the card I'm playing is I expect hype around Zion. I expect him to lose some weight for either him to look good in the offseason or just articles and headlines about how he looks good, whether he does or not in the offseason. But I think losing weight, if he loses 20 pounds, the headlines will be phenomenal. It's like I remember when I used to follow the Magic back in the day, Dwight Howard was really skinny. And then when he put on 30 pounds in an offseason or something crazy, I remember thinking, dude, this guy looks like a beast. And now from Zion to be this big dude to look a bit more slender and ripped, I feel like a lot of people will hop onto that hype. And I'm also buying it at really low prices. I showed you guys last week, there's a mosaic rookie card of Zion. It's not his main one. It's the NBA debuts. And that one was selling up to $33, $34. And I was buying them at $8. And I'm good with $8 because that's low enough for me to feel like, okay, I can get out at 8, worst case scenario, but I could probably sell for 15 to 20. That's at least my thought process. All right. Lots of things here. I'm way behind on these comments. So I really appreciate you guys joining me here. In terms of hockey, yeah, the Young Guns are the only cards I focus on for hockey. I don't even think they're good-looking cards, to be honest. I think the Young Guns don't look good. It's very plain, but at the same time, if that's the currency of a player, if that's their main rookie card, then that's fine. Yeah, kind of like Elton Brand, kind of like not chubby, but that really thick body type. And I remember Elton Brand, I don't know what he was when he was drafted, like the position, but I remember a lot of attention around Elton Brand too, and that's it. Like it's like Elton Brand, who the hell cares? Adam, I'm not, man, and I'm not because obviously there's great potential in soccer cards. I just don't have the interest, and I feel like if you don't have the interest, then you're not going to go as deep as possible to do all the research to find the best deals or find your niche. And I know I wouldn't go that deep into soccer. So it's more like I'll bring on guys like Brandon Chung and guys that follow it, that love it, but I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, it's like if you love soccer, go for it. If you love UFC, go for it. But what's the point of going in on something when I think you can just be in hockey and make good money just in hockey if you go deep enough and know the players and know the cards, and then you just invest more there. Because like my best sales of the month have been Braden Point PSA 10 rookie cards. I'm not selling much basketball. I'm not selling much football, but because I did the research on someone I knew and really believed in and got those cards and he played well, I sold 3 of those cards, paid $45 a piece, sold for $190 to $200 a piece. And I'm like, that's cool because I did the work and I took the risk, but it was well worth it. But you know what? I could have done that with higher end cards. I could have done that with a rarer Young Guns, one of his silver foils, or one of the like limited to 99. I think there's like a couple parallels that are even more limited, where now I pay $450 for the card rather than $45, but now I could sell for $1,000 or $1,500. I chose not to do that, but even if it's just hockey or something like that, I feel there's enough if you can put in enough money and be good enough with your selections. Also, Kamara. All right, I need another guy to look up. Someone mentioned Charles Barkley, so I'm going to look up Charles Barkley while y'all talk shit about me or whatever y'all do over there. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me hide the comment. How do I hide the comment? There we go. This way you can see the screen. And Charles Barkley is an interesting one because I feel like his upside is pretty limited because he already has the job. He already has the position. He already has the personality. So I don't see a guy like Charles having upside, but I see a lot of steady growth because he's just been in the limelight so long. All right, take a look at Charles Barkley's Fleer PSA 9. Oh yeah, man, that's not fun to look at. That's like, could have gotten it at $551 3 months ago, and now the latest sale is $1,400. So I think that's the problem with a guy like Charles, is like there's no reason for it to go down. So that'll just be based on the market. But unless he says something really controversial and gets fired from TNT and is irrelevant, I don't see. I see it like steadily going up, and if the economy crashes, it'll go down. If other things crash, but you know, that's Charles right there. Kobe Ultra Rookie. I think I just did though, didn't I? Didn't I already look up the Kobe Ultra Rookie? Yeah, of course you are. Brian's. That's okay, Brian. You sent me cards and you sent me hair, so I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to look up Trae Young. The Kobe Ultra I already looked up, but let me see if I can pull it up again. Let me look up Trae Young. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, Trae Young's interesting because obviously young guy, very talented, up-and-coming team. They've been out of the playoffs for a while. And I know Jeff talks a lot about Trae Young. He's a fan of Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. So there's a lot going on there. Okay, holy crap. Look at this. Minus 81.6%. Oh, that's raw. Okay, so that's why. Yeah, let me take off raw. False hope, sorry. That's better. So is Donruss PSA 10. Let's take a look at this first. Oh, okay. So that's pretty interesting right there. I don't know the legitimacy of this last sale, but if you take a look, this is Donruss PSA 10 rookie card. $97 was the last price if that sale was legit, and that's the same as what it was somewhere around June. Yeah, somewhere around June. So if that is the case, the thing is that looks way too steep of a decline from 163. So something tells me that's not legit. But that'd be cool if it was. Let me see another one of his cards. Prizm Silver PSA 10. 167 of these. Okay, so you see a peak here in August, about a month ago, $500, and now $255. I mean, I feel like the hype around him should be ongoing throughout the offseason. I don't know how much lower this would go, if it would ever go back to 200, 210. But that's where it's at right now, 255. Like the way I look at it is if you like him and you're not sure about that price, if you look up this card and put an offer in at 230, 220, see if it's taken, I think that's a pretty sweet deal. But even right there at that price for the next year or 2 years, that could be a steal. It's just a matter of how long are you looking to invest with this guy? Do you want to try and sell off before next season in case there's an injury or he doesn't play as well? Or do you want to hold it for the next 2 or 3 years? But it's cool because we're seeing a lot of this softening. We're seeing a lot of the peak around August and then softening. I don't know how long this softening will last, but you know, if you're an investor and you have money and you see it go down, there's a point where you say, okay, I don't want to risk it going down anymore. All right, guys. Well, it's about 50 minutes in. If there's anyone else, Bird and Magic are on market movers. They are. I'll tell you that. If there's any last names, I know I probably missed like 50 of them. Just throw 1 or 2 down here, and I'll get to them right now. But yeah, the good news is football. I'm looking for who's going to suck in the next couple of weeks, the disappointments, the injuries, because everything's just been inflated. Baseball, we have some solid movement. Basketball is the most exciting with the softening of a lot of the prices. Giannis is perhaps the most interesting one because He saw a pretty big drop 2 weeks ago, and he has a drop of about 10% this last week, which tells me I don't think it's going to last much longer because Giannis is beyond proven, and he just needs a bit more help, and obviously his health has got to be better. Well, I looked up Giannis already, but might as well do it one more time just to reinforce everything I'm saying. Yeah, and again, Pascal Siakam is going to be an interesting one to follow because his prices have been going down the last few weeks anyway, leading up to this. But in another week or two, you might be able to find some great deals on Pascal Siakam. So Giannis, and I believe, let's see, this is the Prizm PSA 10. Maybe I just show you guys several of his cards and we can compare. But look at this, man. That's crazy. This is a pop report of 111. His Prizm PSA 10 last sale that's ridiculous, 384, and in June 535. So we have 430, 402, 384. Okay, that's, to me, that's great. That is awesome. Knowing that it hit a high of $1,200, and even if that wasn't a legit sale for whatever reason, we have a high of 700, 730, 744, 800. And now you tell me, dude, I shouldn't have even shown you this because this one I'm getting excited about for myself. That's really good. Even if the next sale is 400 and 420, he's too talented and proven for this type of lag. So yeah, I just want to make sure I'm showing you that. Let me see if there's another one I can show you of Giannis. Okay, his orange ice. Let's see something a bit. Actually, no, let's look up his PSA 9. That'll be better. Oh, well, okay, that's funky right there. That's too drastic for me to understand without looking deeper into it. But PSA 9 Prestige. This is his Prestige, sorry. 222 is his last one, and then 223. So really, though, man, it had highs 350, all this. Honestly, I'm looking at Giannis as a pretty damn good investment at the moment from what I'm seeing on here. And I'll try and find one more. One more that's been dropping. Let's look at his select PSA 10. Okay. See, again, man, that's really good. Look, these prices, 1,100, 12, 13. This is obviously a higher end card. Goes all the way up to 26, 27, 26, 25. And then now, last sale, 1,200. And then 1,300. So 1,200, 1,300 looks like people are getting in and going a bit higher. So 2 sales ago, 12 and then 13. So the next sale might be 14. But when you see these highs of 2,100 and 2,500 and 26, it's like for someone as proven as him, like I love the disappointment of this season because that's so much disappointment just removes all these high prices. But then when you could buy low and then the expectation is up there again, then all of a sudden it could easily go to 2,500. So let's see if there's one more because now I'm excited about Giannis. Optic Hollow. Let's take a look. Let's see which one. Optic Hollow. I want to find one that's not too expensive. I want to find one that's a pretty low. SP Authentic. Yeah, let's do SP Authentic just to see if that's following the same trajectory. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's the same thing. Peaked here in early August, $400, the 263, 277, and then the last one, 180. Like, damn. And the other thing I like too is when there's a price that shows, and in the past, this sold for $2,000, I feel a lot more confident as an investor that I could hit that price again. If I'm buying something and I know that I'm paying the record price and it has to hit a new record high for it to be a good investment, I get nervous. But when I see that, hey, you know what? It hit $2,000 already. I feel like, okay, if I can buy it at 1,000 or 1,200, if it happened already, it could happen again. At least that's the way I interpret it. All right, guys. I think that's it. Ashton Kutcher. I'm the Ashton Kutcher of sports card investing because I'll totally take that, Henry. I think that's a compliment. Then again, Ashton Kutcher played a pretty good dumb guy in that 70s show. Very likable, but kind of dumb. All right, guys, I'm going to head off. Set examples. There are sets you could look up. I will look up a set real quick just to see if I can do it because I've never done it before on market movers. But oh shit, did you send me $2,500? What? I don't know what a Costa Rica. I'm pretty sure Costa Rica's dollar conversion is not the same as US, but I really appreciate it, man. That means a ton. And I'd love to do this for like an hour or 2 hours if this is something you want to do on an ongoing basis. Let me look up the sealed wax because I've been investing a bit in sealed wax. And it's a really cool thing because it's a different way of investing. Well, thank you, Fudgical. I appreciate that comment too. Let me look up 17, 18 sealed wax. Let me see what I can do. Hold on a second because I've never done this before. So be patient with me here. All right. So there is this thing right here. Where is it? Chart sealed wax. And okay, so I have to put it in here. So let me look up 2017. I'm just going to put up 2017 Prizm just to make it simple. And I'll just do hobby box only and basketball. So this is something that if you were interested in this, then in the future, I could actually have a saved search where I could show you all of 2017, how it compares, all of 2018. This is 2017 hobby box of basketball, 2017, 2018. But, you know, like I can't go into detail and show you, okay, how does that compare to 2016, 2017? How does this compare to Select? How does this compare to Optic? The majority of which is just going to be that steady growth up like that. But I would have to take a lot more time to dive into this and to find deals. And then, again, that's why it comes down to showing you what has been going down the most, because that's the easiest starting point of, okay, what's on clearance? Giannis is on clearance. Well, if you're interested in Giannis, maybe now's the time to focus all your energy on Giannis before his prices rebound. And then when the next guy gets eliminated or disappoints, we go in on him. But besides that, we can go for hours and hours on this. Dude, awesome, man. Fudgical, thanks so much, guys. I'm going to put you up here as well. I don't know if I could put both of you guys up there. If you guys, yeah, thanks for the tips. I feel like kind of like a stripper, but like more classy in a way, kind of like I'm kind of dancing, but instead of dancing, I'm giving you data on ways to actually invest at a discount, because the more you can make, the better moves you can make on the investing side, the better for all of us. And obviously for my own selfish reasons, the better for my brand and this community. So if I'm screwing you over, then I'm screwing myself over. And that's why I love to show you what's on sale. $50 a month, Bark. It is a lot, but it's also dependent on how much competition's out there, what other tools you can use, and how much you're investing. Because if you have 5,000 in a month, $50 a month is nothing. If you're only investing $200 a month into cards, then $50 a month is a lot. So I find it well worth it because I can use this as content creation. I can put this up there. I can join you guys, and it's a lot more enjoyable and fulfilling. Yeah. Now I love the stripper comments. Dude, that's awesome, man. So I'm treated even better than someone that would take their clothes off. So that's very flattering right there. Yeah. Look only. You can't touch. Here. There you go. There you go. That's what your $20 gets. It's a hairy nipple. All right, guys, I'm about to head off. I want to do this every week. So I'm going to get in the rhythm of doing this every Saturday morning. Gives you time on Sunday to look as well. And Doms, I actually do the other thing. I like the idea of buying on eBay or Beckett Marketplace and selling on COMC, because a lot of the cards on COMC are also sold on eBay. So the listing in COMC also goes through to eBay. So you're selling on two platforms with one listing. I don't want the work of going to the post office a million times. So that's why I would never sell on eBay unless it's a higher price card. But that's because I hate I hate like admin work. I hate all that packing, shipping, that kind of stuff. I'd rather focus on the charts, focus on the deals, make one investment on a Giannis card for $500 that goes up to $1,000. That because I'm using my time on the data analysis versus focusing on shipping out all these cards. However, buying a lot of cheap cards in one place and then sending it all at once to StarStock or COMC and allowing them to be my assistants or my consignment shop and them do the work and take a cut so I can use that money towards the bigger stuff. That makes more sense for me. Damn, I knew I'd lose someone. I knew I'd lose someone. Anyways, guys, so every Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I want to be doing this. Let me know how I can offer you more value in terms of this kind of work. Maybe I get someone else on that also has a screen. So while I look up one person, someone else can show you the last request, and then we can do even more names. And if Market Movers isn't worth it for you at this point, then I can show you at least some cards to look at on your own. So you're not just scouring for hours. You can focus on just a few cards of a few players that are low at this point. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. Thank you so much, Fudgesicle and Costa Rica Card Collector. You guys are amazing. Brian Kingsley, you're also always awesome. Bark Charlesley, Nigo Era, I see all you guys here. I will see you guys next week. Have an amazing weekend. Go Bucks, kick some Saints ass, and I'll see you next time.